a little while since we last talked about a Kingdom Hearts 3 mod, and I've been meaning to cover this one. This is an Aqua overhaul known as Another Road Aqua. This is basically an alternate version of the fantastic Another Road overhaul created by the Recusant, which was originally a complete Xehanort overhaul for the game, which changed every keyblade in the game to Xehanort related ones like the Organization 13 weapons, introduced entirely brand new custom forms, new mechanics, new Shotlocks, new magics. I finally got around to checking it out this year. I did a full playthrough here on the channel, so be sure to check that out if you haven't already. And I also have a video that highlights all of the best parts of Another Road. Well, the Recusant has released several alternate versions of Another Road that allow you to play as different characters. These alternate versions still keep most of the changes that Another Road introduces for its new weapons, custom forms, and Shotlocks, but the main playable character has been changed with their base moveset. And not too long ago, Aqua got her own edition, which would make this, in my opinion, the best Aqua overhaul, as Another Road is already fantastic. Plus, this new version adds in some new changes to better suit Aqua. Some familiar forms and Shotlocks have returned. So on top of all of the new weapons that Another Road introduces, we've got 3 new weapons: Rainfell, Stormfall, and Star Cluster, with some changes made to Master's Defender. While every new weapon has its own completely unique base combo outside of form changes, these 4 keyblades simply just use the Aqua combo that we know and love. Everything works here for Aqua: her fantastic cartwheel dodge, the barrier guard, which yes does work in a 360-degree radius complete with counter, and she's able to utilize or perform any of the actions Sora normally would be able to, meaning this is playable from start to finish. Some of the weapons have unique reaction commands when performing combos, and for these 4 keyblades we can now perform Barrier Surge. There's no cost to this, so you're able to use it as much as you want, and you even gain iframes while using it. The coolest thing about Barrier Surge though is it actually switches Aqua's base combo to the Spellweaver one. You can switch back to the regular base moveset at any time by simply just performing Barrier Surge again. So this means that whenever you're using Rainfell, Stormfall, Star Cluster, or Master's Defender, you've always got access to 2 different movesets. So I imagine that people would be able to come up with some really cool tech, seamlessly switching between 2 different movesets. Star Cluster Spellweaver is a little bit different, as it does have a warp dodge, along with being able to attack warp to enemies, and sometimes even Aqua clones spawning partway through your combo. While in any of the new form changes for these 4 keyblades, a new reaction command will pop up when dodging, and that is Teleport Rush. This is that unblockable sort of teleport dash attack that Phantom Aqua or Anti-Aqua performs in their boss fights. This is a reaction command, so there's no cost to this, allowing you to quickly teleport and attack an enemy. Star Cluster is unique in this case once again, as while you're in its Barrier Surge Spellweaver mode, Teleport Rush can be utilized without needing to be in its form change. A new mechanic introduced in Another Road is Locust Skills. These are new abilities that are attached to either your base combo or a form change. These cost focus points to activate and can be accessed by activating Guard and holding down L1. Most weapons and form changes throughout Another Road all have completely unique ones, but Aqua's 4 keyblades here all share the same ones. The first 2 here can be accessed in Aqua's base form without needing to go into a form change. We've got Magic Hour from Birth by Sleep, allowing Aqua to teleport to enemies and drop down with a magical slam. This works the exact same way it does in Birth by Sleep, being able to continually follow up by pressing triangle. The next one is Wing Arrow, allowing Aqua to summon her Keyblade Glider. This can either be pressed or held down for 2 different results. Holding the X button down will allow Aqua to charge up this attack for more damage, whereas just simply tapping it will allow her to perform it quicker but less damage. While in any of the form changes associated with these 4 keyblades, you'll gain access to 2 additional Locust skills. The first one here is Mirage Blizzaga. This is that big blizzard crystal attack that either Phantom Aqua or Anti-Aqua performs, summoning a bunch of massive blizzard crystals that cover a huge radius. And the other one here is Glider. Again, you can either hold down the X button or simply press it. Holding it down will allow you to literally ride around on the Keyblade Glider glider, and when colliding with an enemy, it will dish out damage. Simply just tapping X will perform a unique looking glider combo attack. All of the weapons throughout Another Road do have a method of being able to restore FP, and successful hits landed with Barrier Surge will do exactly this. Rainfell's form change is Spellweaver. The only difference between this Spellweaver and the Barrier Surge version is that you can now perform the finisher. But there's now 3 different versions of Spellweaver's finish. You've got Burst, Vanquish, and Extinguish. Burst is the classic Spellweaver finish with Aqua performing the Ballerina spin. Vanquish now has 2 Aquas performing the finisher, and Extinguish now has 3 Aquas. This is of course taken from Anti-Aqua's special attack. What's more is there are now 2 new Grand Magics that can pop up in situation commands when using any of these 4 keyblades. These are Magic Barrage, lining up with Aqua clones to perform a projectile attack, and Magic Circle, surrounding the enemy to perform a magic attack. Both of these Grand Magics, while using Rainfell's Spellweaver form change, are enhanced with even more Aqua clones, meaning more damage. Stormfall's form change is Blade Charge, one of the coolest command styles from Birth by Sleep, and holy shit, the wizard Recusant managed to basically implement it one-to-one as it appears in Birth by Sleep. The only difference here is I'm noticing the attack radius, its range, perhaps isn't as crazy as normal BBS, but it's still very decent, and it's impressive just how well it's been implemented into Kingdom Hearts 3. The finisher here also works the exact same. You do the little spin with the blade itself, and then a final slam onto the ground. And the duration and damage of this will change depending on which stage of the finisher you activate, whether it's Burst, Vanquish, or Extinguish. Star Cluster's form change is Ghost Drive. I'm loving this theme here of incorporating Birth by Sleep command styles into Kingdom Hearts 3. And again, it's basically been perfectly implemented into Kingdom Hearts 3 here. Every time you attack, you leave behind a clone of Aqua, just the same way as it works in BBS. Ghost Drive's moveset revolves completely around teleport attacking, and it feels so good to use here. Again, the finisher is exactly the same, though depending on which stage of the finisher you activate, so let's say Vanquish level 3 for example, Aqua will perform the most amount of Ghost Drive strikes. And Master's Defender has been changed. Not only does it feature just Aqua's regular base combo now, but its form change is different. Originally in Another Road, this was one of my favorite new form changes, as it's just simply badass. It is literally Ericus's moveset. Here in the Aqua edition, it's now Wayfinder, the special team-up attack between Aqua and Mickey from 0.2 Birth by Sleep. And it more or less works the exact same, revolving around teleport attacking, kind of similar to Ghost Drive, I guess, just this time around without Michael Mouse. But the finisher is super sick, binding all enemies in the area to chains to then rain down the power of light upon them.
Now!
We've also got 2 new Shotlocks, which are the same across all 4 of these keyblades. The max lock on here is Prism Rain, because of course it is. It works exactly how you'd expect it to, though this time, to follow up, you have to press triangle as it's now a reaction command. But we've also got the Birth by Sleep classic, Aqua's Bubble Blaster, which I think a lot of us just forget about. Like, Prism Rain is often always associated as being Aqua's Shotlock, but so is Bubble Blaster. And I had to detach the camera here to take a look at the effects of Bubble Blaster here because it looks stunning. The special effects of Kingdom Hearts 3, or really just Kingdom Hearts as a whole, have always been impressive, but it's a step up here for modern Kingdom Hearts. Look at how good these water bubbles look, man. I mean, Jesus. Lastly, there are a few cosmetic changes here, like the title screen has now been changed to an Aqua themed one. You'll also notice that the little glowing orb is now blue. Nice touch. The camp menu now has a blue color scheme, and there are now new Aqua Kingstagram loading screen posts. So that's a look at Another Road Aqua edition. If you have been craving an Aqua playthrough, look no further. This is hands down the best one, especially when you factor in all of the extra stuff that another road does offer. This mod genuinely does introduce some of the coolest stuff I think I've ever seen in Kingdom Hearts. I cannot recommend it enough. If you want to download it for yourself, the link is in the description down below. Thank you guys so much for tuning into today's video. Be sure to slippity slap that like button and subscribe to keep up with everything going on here. A big thank you to my wonderful patrons and YouTube members. I hope you're all having a fantastic day, and we'll talk again real soon.